Hi guys, this is Karan from Cosmos. I am back and I'm back with the biggest update we've made to Cosmos yet. So over the last couple of months, we started to talk to a bunch of our customers in our community, and we consistently heard these top three things. One was that we needed a better design. A few of our customers, teams, users, and even guests were getting overwhelmed by the amount of functionality we have or the lack of better organization. I think they're two sides of the same coin. Second, as over time we've added messaging on top of video calling, it was pretty evident that our messaging and video calling wasn't interacting natively. It was often fighting with each other. So that's something which came up and which we've tried to solve. The third thing is that there's this consistent need which I hear where you guys want better quality video calls, because right now camera resolution is limited to 420p. So these were the three things which we've tried to solve in the last month. So what's new? I would start with the first thing, which is the improved sidebar. So let's dig in. Let me pull up Cosmos. So here you see Cosmos. Of course, the right side of Cosmos, the space, you guys choose. We have both kinds. We have the minimalistic, simple space, and we have the more colorful, fun looking space, which has avatars and all. So that's customer choice. Right now, I want to focus on the UI, which works on top of it. So in the left sidebar, you would notice that we have a drop down for a space. If I drop this down, you will see all the settings and the functionality which you need to manage a space sits here. Along with it, you would also see your space radio broadcasting sits next to it. So everything related to the space is up there. Second piece on the sidebar is everything to do with conversations, recent conversations and today's conversations. So recent ones are live conversations which are happening inside the space. You can see them here. You can also zoom out and see all the conversations which are happening. Recent conversations are conversations which you had in the past time, and this has basically all conversation chats over here. You can very easily find through and toggle through them. And then the last one is Cosmos Replays. Cosmos Replays are video recordings along with the summarization things which we've built for you guys. So you click this and then you will basically go into Cosmos Replays with transcriptions and insights in it. And over there, you're looking at me with a different hairstyle. So that's everything to do with conversations. So, and the second one, today's calendar is basically your meetings for the day. This, if you've connected Google Calendar or Outlook, all your meetings for the day will show up here. You can click on this and then you can, if this meeting is in the space, you can basically just start the meeting, or if it's outside, it'll open the link for you. The third thing in the sidebar you'd see is channels. Channels, if you have 100 messages in a channel, they'll show up as bolded. If you click on any channel, it'll open in a much more native way. It'll interact with your videos in a nice way. You can even open pinned messages. They behave very nicely. If I want to open a thread, threads open over here pretty nicely, and then I can slowly close down each and then I can get back to the space view. So that's everything to do with channels. The third bit is a list of all the users. In this list, you can hover over people and you can basically see if somebody's available to talk. You can invite them. In this case, I'm going to actually jump to my colleague Guri, because I need his help to showcase the next feature. So that's how you can use the user list. Hi Guri, I'm recording the demo video. And then the third piece in the sidebar is basically all the controls which are linked to you. So first bit is my status. I can hover over myself and then choose the status. I can even change my name, go to my user settings. Of course, the mic and camera buttons, raised hands, reactions are all here. Now I will actually switch gears. So the second thing which I want to take your focus towards is improved video layouts. Video layouts and interaction with chat. What does it really mean? So earlier Cosmos only had this view where you'd see the map view and the gallery mode, and everything else was non-existent. So we've added a few more layouts. Now, first thing you'd notice over here is that I can basically open chat along with someone being in a call. So you'd see the chat is integrating really well with the videos. The videos go on a drawer, which we call as the video drawer. And now if, say for example, I want to chat while I'm also talking to my colleague and talking to them, I can open gallery along and then chat becomes smaller, you'd see gallery on the side. We have taken it one step further, in which we've introduced the ability to actually pin videos. So when I hover over the video, I can actually pin this to my screen. And now what you're noticing is that I have chat open in the left column. In the center column is the screen share, and the third last column is the video drawers. I can do the same thing. I can actually have my colleague's video in focus by pinning him. So you can basically hover over a video and actually pin different videos into the same layout, and it looks very native and very nicely organized for all of you. So that's basically the second part of improvements which we've made. Now I would basically switch gears and take you through the next set of updates in this mode, which is better screen sharing experience. First of all, I can set my default. So I set my default to smoother video. I press start, and over here I can basically choose one of my windows, and what you notice is that the screen share is starting in one click. Secondly, we had this bad UX where we were showing the preview, which was always used to hang around on the screen. Now we've actually tucked the preview in the screen sharing button. So if you hover over your screen sharing button, you will see what you're sharing. Thirdly, to show that your screen is being shared, we show this card over here, and you can click anywhere on the card to stop screen sharing. Also, you would notice that screen shares have now been integrated with the video tiles. So what this lets you do is actually look at all the screen shares which are happening in one place. With the video tiles, you can very quickly switch between screen shares. Secondly, what also has been added is that earlier you could mark on your colleague's screen using the annotation feature, and as you notice in this case, my pen color is actually the same color as the background of my colleague's screen. So we've introduced a feature to change the pen color, and you can just click on the pen icon here and change the color to a different color, and that will change the pen color to mark on your colleague's screen. So that's the improvement which we've made in our screen sharing experience. Now, when we talk about screen sharing, we often use screen sharing while we are collaborating with our colleagues, or while we are collaborating or learning together something. So we often use Cosmos in the minimized mode with our desktop app, which basically has this pop-out experience. So what you notice in this video is that the screen share also is showing up in the pop-out. With this, what happens is that I can with one click go to my colleague's screen and see it. I can minimize it. I can see what screen am I sharing. I can even stop sharing my screen over here. So once I stop sharing my screen, now if I want to share my screen, I can basically press the screen share button, and I can directly choose the screen I want to share. So no more choosing of what quality you want to show up, because we'll pick the default. So it's basically taking away all the little annoyances you might have experienced in your Cosmos experience and making it smoother and nicer, because you guys use it daily, day in, day out. So, want to make it the best experience possible. So that's basically everything to do with screen sharing. Now, the last bit of feedback which you gave us, that the toolbar in Cosmos was pretty overwhelming. It kept, gave you too many controls. So we've actually done an improvement on that as well. So let me go back to the map view. So right now, what we've done to the toolbar is there's a part of the toolbar which is in the sidebar. That toolbar is all the controls that are related to you yourself. So my status, my mic, my camera, my screen share, my hand, my reaction, and my settings. The second part of the toolbar is everything to do with the conversation. So this is conversation chat. I want to say demo video is being recorded. This is a conversation chat. I can close this and come back. Second is the ability to move this conversation. I can move this conversation to the daily stand-up area, and this conversation moves. I can also invite people to this conversation. So everything to do with the conversation is here. Now, the third part of the toolbar has everything to do with the area you're present in. So right now we're in the daily stand-up area. If you hover over it, you can firstly lock the room, start recording the conversation, set up a timer, start the timer, and invite people to the same room. The timer shows up here and everybody can see the timer. Third of all is basically the apps and the games. You can click this and this will open the apps which you all know and love. So as I am right now in a conversation and a meeting room, I see all three of them. If I say go to someone in the common area, say I go to Sasha, over here you'll see that all the options which are related to the room have gone away. Now I see my tools and basically the toolbar which is related to a conversation. And now if, say for example, I go to desk number 3, all I see is everything to do with me and the button to invite someone, and that's it. So everything becomes really super simple. And if you drop down the sidebar, you would see your controls and screen share controls and invite, again your controls, and this is the same toolbar which your guests will see. So we'll close the sidebar. When your guests come in, they'll see a very simple view. If you've toggled gallery view on, this is the view they'll see, to make it much more pleasing to the eye and less overwhelming. So that's basically the update. We've done a lot of work and I hope this makes you happy. Please do give us your feedback. That is what keeps us going. We've come a long way. There's a long way to go. So please keep supporting us.